Welcome to the second act of Not Giving a Fuck. Subtitle, Yes to Me, No to Your Bullshit. I'm Aletha, and this is my hair. This is what choosing yourself looks like. Let's go. Okay, real talk. I'm nervous as hell right now because this is my little baby afro with all my little gray sparkles in it. It's probably not perfect like what hair companies try to sell you, but it's regular gray. That's why I call them sparkles. And I kind of like them because it sounds better than, wisdom. I don't know. And I have never hit record looking like this. I usually have it plaited down underneath a wig or gelled back and an added ponytail, like all the time. But this is me as is. And it is a little terrifying because I'm not used to seeing myself like this. And that's exactly why I'm doing this. So we are going to just sit back and explore what, for me, being 48 is like, and the fact that I'm done making everyone else comfortable with shit, my hair to start with, and I'm done making me comfortable with my hair. This is it. This is what we're working with. And if I can't show up as myself the first episode of this, talking about showing up as yourself, then I'm just wasting everybody's time. And that's not what I want to do. Let me tell you who's sitting in front of this camera because I'm not going to pretend to be anybody else. I am 48 right now. I'll be 50 in July of 2027. I'm a divorced woman. I have adult children who still live with me. And some days I love it. And some days I am wondering, do we all need to figure our shit out separately, maybe? Or together? Or am I the only one that needs to figure her shit out? I don't know. I'm in a relationship with a man that I love deeply, maybe too deeply, because his needs have been lately seeming more urgent than mine. And that's my fault. I am changing careers, trying to build this thing, this space as a content creator. But I really didn't know, or don't know still, what my niche is, except I do know that it's for us, for Black women around my age who are tired of having it all together when we absolutely do not have it all together. I'm gonna let that kind of marinate there. A little bit more about myself. I was diagnosed with ADHD as an adult, a very late adult, like 4 years ago, adult. The kind of late where, you look back at your life, especially childhood, and you realize you weren't lazy, you weren't difficult or too much. You just had a brain that worked differently, and nobody seemed to notice that. Or maybe they did notice that and they didn't know what to do. So instead, you just were punished for it because it wasn't something that they had ever dealt with. I lost my mom 4 years ago. I'm currently going through perimenopause without her. And it feels like at times I'm navigating a storm without a lighthouse. My body is doing things that I don't understand. My brain is foggier than it's ever been. And I'm like, is this the ADHD or is this the perimenopause or is it the fucking joint I just smoked? I don't know. I'm a people pleaser. I'll say I'm a recovering people pleaser. And that just simply means I'm still people. I'm just mad about it now. So here are the patterns that I'm trying to break because maybe they're your patterns too. And what I hope to do is to kind of work through these one by one because I believe in growth. I believe in forward movement. And I believe that there are other people out there that might still be questioning the same things I'm questioning. So pattern number one, everyone else's needs are emergencies and mine can just wait. My mister needs something, I drop everything. The Kids need something, want something, I there. A friend calls if I'm not doing something for the kids or the mister and I actually answer the call, then I'm on it. Now, if I don't answer the call because I'm doing something else, then they might not hear from me for about 5 to 7 business days, but that's another whole conversation. But when I need something, that can wait till later. And it's always later after everybody else's shit. So later never usually comes. Or if it does come, I've usually missed an opportunity. So we're going to work on stopping that together, hopefully. Pattern 2, I apologize for existing at full volume. I apologize when I'm too loud, when I'm too excited, when I'm too forgetful, when I'm just overall too much. And my brain moves fast and I talk faster. And in the midst of that, I do still have a brain injury. So my brain moving fast, me talking faster, but then also sometimes losing words, it's a mess inside of here. It's often a mess. You may tell me something today or yesterday and I forgot it today. And I've spent my whole life saying, I'm sorry for having this brain. The one thing I'm learning is that I'm not sorry anymore. I'm just not. I'm just done pretending like or having the idea that my brain is broken when it's just different. So pattern 3, I think saying no makes me a bad person. This is a tough one. I feel like it makes me a bad mother when I can't do things, even though they're adults. I think it makes me a bad partner when I can't help the mister out or can't just make it. I can't just say yes. I think I'm a bad friend when I don't say yes or don't answer a call right away and think about it 2 days later, or don't answer a text message or anything and think about it 3, 4, 5 days later. And overall, I sometimes think I'm like a bad Black woman because we're supposed to be strong and selfless and just always available. And if I start saying no and I choose myself, then what does that make me? I'm about to find out. Now, you might be wondering why I'm telling you all of this. Like, why am I sitting here with the I don't even know what civil rights leader I'm starting to look like. My afro is spineless. It needs a lot of work. It needs a lot of help. I don't know. But anyway, she's getting there. That's all you need to know. But why am I giving you all of my mess here for the first time on camera, listing all the ways that I just don't have my life together? Part of it is because I spent so much of my life thinking that I was the only one, and I'm not the only one. Thought I was the only one that couldn't get the ADHD shit under control. I thought I was the only one who would say yes when they meant no. The only one whose adult kids are still at home, just living their lives. The only one who's almost 50 years old and is starting over again. The only one who loves a man, but is losing herself a little bit in the process. The only one who's grieving her mom while trying to become the woman that she didn't get to see me become. I started talking to other women my age, around my age, and we're all out here feeling like we're the only one. That's what I have gathered. We're all out here struggling with some of the same things or different things about this whole time in our life. And we're not talking about it. And we're not talking about it because we think we're supposed to have this all together. And I don't have it together. And I'm going to admit that. And I want to invite the conversation from others that also do not have it all together because I'm done pretending like I do. It's almost harder than just having it together or getting it together. So my mess is my message. My figuring it out in real time is the content because maybe the world, or I won't say the world, I won't toot my horn like that, but maybe people need to see a woman who doesn't have the answers yet, but who's willing to ask the questions and who's willing to appear raw in front of you. Maybe it will give someone else permission to also not have it all figured out at 48 or 50 or 52, any of those ages. Maybe we need to see each other um, choosing ourselves in an imperfect, messy, but intentional way. So, um, I don't know what turning 50 is going to look like for me, for us collectively. I used to think that, it definitely meant that I was going to enter into this next stage, my retirement fully funded. I thought I would be married or still married, not necessarily to my ex, but I thought I would be married. I thought I would have a clear purpose, but that's not what it's looking like for me. It's looking like it's going to be messy, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with learning through it and growing. We all should aim to evolve. And so I'm okay with doing that in front of other eyes. This stage in my life is going to be me still learning how to say no, learning how to manage my ADHD as best I can, and these fucking perimenopause symptoms, and the grief, and the ambition, and the 3,000 tabs I have open, just all of it, showing up as real as I can with my natural truth and just saying, this is it. This is me. You take it or you leave it, but I'm done shrinking myself down to fit. Oh, look at that. My Lord. I'll just switch to Gladys. I named my glasses. Well, I didn't name these Gladys. Actually, the mister did, but I think it fits. I'm done with the idea that, I have to be doing things in a perfect way. I'm not focused on the arrival of 50. I'm kind of focused on the departure from giving a fuck about what people think, about what I think sometimes, because I think we can all be honest and say that sometimes our thoughts are the most destructive for ourselves. And I'm departing from making myself smaller so that others, I guess, can exist bigger. That's just not going to happen. And I am done waiting for permission to take up space. This series, the second act of not giving a fuck, this is my departure. This is my breakup song from that bullshit. So if you're here, maybe it's yours too. And every week I'm going to show up, probably in the same little office, sometimes in my hair, but sometimes also in a wig. And we're going to talk about all of it. We're going to talk about the ADHD. We're going to talk about the people pleasing. We're going to talk about the perimenopause. We're going to talk about the adult kids, the relationship shit, the money stress, the grief, the career changes. I'm retired, by the way, retired from working for white men, but that's another story as well. All the things that we're not supposed to be talking about. All the things that are supposed to be making us strong Black women that have it together. We're going to talk about that shit. And we're going to get uncomfortable. I'm going to say the quiet part out loud, and I encourage you to do the same. We're going to figure out what it means to say yes to me and no to your bullshit. By yours, I mean everybody else's bullshit. Yes to you, no to that. See what that actually looks like in practice. Hopefully we do it together. If not, I'm fine doing it by myself and you just watch and maybe giggle in the corner. That's okay. I'm okay with that. If you're here for the journey, the messy, the unfiltered, the I'm still figuring it out, then subscribe to my channel. Comment. Tell me your story. Tell me that me and two other people are not alone in this, because I think there are a lot of us out here who need to know that we're just not the only ones. So again, I am Aletha, and this is the second act of Not Giving a Fuck. Let's go get uncomfortable together. Peace.